I told my girlfriend my type. It's been secretly eating at her, and I had no idea. 6 months ago, we were watching some Netflix show, and this actress came on screen. My girlfriend asked what I thought of her, and I said she was gorgeous. Then she casually asked if I had a type. I didn't think much of it. I said, yeah, I've always been into petite girls, like 5'2", maybe 5'4", max. Something about the height difference just does it for me. I even mentioned how my ex was 5'3", and I loved being able to rest my chin on her head. She laughed and said, good thing I'm 5'3" then, and I agreed. We moved on and watched the rest of the show, except she's not 5'3". She's 5'8". I know this because I'm 6'1", and she comes up to my nose. Her driver's license literally says 5'8". I've seen it 100 times, but I didn't question it that night. I was just happy she fit my type. For the past 3 months, I started noticing changes. She stopped wearing her heeled boots. She used to have this amazing collection of ankle boots with 3-inch heels that she'd wear everywhere. Now they just sit in the closet. She started wearing only Vans and Converse every single day. She stopped stretching to reach things on high shelves and started asking me to get them, even things she could easily reach. She'd stand there waiting instead of just grabbing the plate herself. She mentioned wanting to try a new gym routine focused on staying compact and toned instead of her usual strength training. I thought she just wanted to switch things up. She started sitting down more when we'd stand and talk in the kitchen. She'd pull out a bar stool for conversations that used to happen standing. Last month at a concert, she refused to stand in front of me like she used to. She insisted on standing beside me instead. When I asked why, she said she didn't want to block my view. I'm 6'1". She's never blocked my view. She stopped wearing her hair in a high ponytail, started wearing it down or in a low bun, anything that didn't add height. 2 weeks ago, we were at Target and walked past the shoe section. I saw her stare at a pair of heeled boots for a solid 30 seconds before walking away. I asked if she wanted them, and she said no, she was over that phase. Then last week, we were at her sister's wedding. She wore a beautiful navy dress, but paired it with completely flat sandals. Her mom kept insisting she wear heels with formal attire. She refused. Her mom brought it up 3 separate times. Finally, she snapped, I'm already too tall as it is, okay? Her mom looked confused and said, sweetie, you've always been 5'8". What are you talking about? The entire room went quiet. Her sister stopped mid-conversation. That's when it clicked. Every single thing from the past 6 months suddenly made sense. I pulled her aside into an empty hallway and asked why she told me she was 5'3" that night 6 months ago. She immediately started crying, like full-on sobbing in her bridesmaid dress, mascara running down her face. She said she panicked when I described my type because she realized she was the complete opposite, 5'8", not petite, not small. She said when I mentioned my ex being 5'3", something inside her broke, so she lied. And then she spent 6 months trying to make herself smaller. The heels went into the closet because they made her 5'11". She stopped reaching for things because it emphasized her height. She started sitting during conversations so we'd be at eye level. She stood beside me instead of in front because she didn't want me noticing the height difference. She changed her ponytail because it added 2 inches. She stopped going to certain stores because they had mirrors that made her look taller. She even looked into leg shortening surgery. She showed me the browser history on her phone, dozens of searches about how to appear shorter and height reduction procedures. And is it possible to shrink your height? She'd been watching YouTube videos about posture techniques to look smaller. She found forums where tall women discussed feeling unwanted. She's been trying to physically shrink herself for half a year because of one stupid comment I made about petite girls. I asked her why she didn't just tell me the truth that night. She said she was terrified I'd realize she wasn't my type and leave, that I'd start seeing her the way she saw herself. Too tall, too big, wrong. She said every time we were together, she wondered if I was wishing she was shorter, if I was comparing her to my ex. She's been carrying this for 6 months, changing everything about how she moves through the world, hating herself a little more each day. And I never noticed until her mom said something. I feel like the worst person alive.